Hey, what's up, y'all? This is the Will and DeShaun show, and I am DeShaun.
And it's Will.
Will, how are you today?
I'm cool. How are you?
I'm great. I am great.
That's good.
So today we want to talk about when you're dating someone without a job, or if you're dating someone and they lose a job, when your spouse is out of work, or your partner, or your boo thing, or your friend, because it's a lot of nuances to this topic. So we can get into it a little bit. Will, you want to give our background story?
Um,
We don't have to give a background story.
no, there's no background story, but we'll just kind of like give the synopsis. So you're dating someone. This person lose their job, and now you're frustrated because this person isn't bringing any income.
Right.
How would you personally feel about that?
Well, I think it depends on a couple of things, because we were talking about people who were dating, who were in the early stages of dating,
Right.
and we were also talking about a married couple who had been married, and once you're married, you got business together. Whether your business is your home and your cars and different names or different things, you're more of a unit.
So should you be pressed if the person that you're dating for 3 months lose their job, and now you all stressed out and bent out of shape because they lose their job and you feel like they're not bringing any income, versus if you were married to this person for a year or so, or you guys been in a relationship for maybe 6 months to a year and further, would you feel a way then if your mate lost their job?
I think you made a great point. When you are dating someone and it's early and it's just a couple months, it really isn't any of your business what they how their bills are being paid, and where they're getting money from and what they're doing with their money.
Right, because I don't understand the frustration. Why are you so frustrated over somebody that's not technically really not your man? To be honest, I mean, I don't know how people what their titles are when they date, but I know for me, a person I'm just talking to for 2 to 3 months, that's not my man.
But do you think this person not having a job, is that stopping the person who has the job from continuing on and taking their relationship to the next level? Maybe that's why they're upset, because they feel like they want to go somewhere else with their relationship, but because you don't have a job, I can't go nowhere else with it. Maybe that's why he's upset.
But the thing is, let's just be honest and be real about it. When you lose a job, it's not that easy to find one tomorrow. It's not like that anymore. Sometimes it takes a little time, And yeah, I can see why you're upset if you always have to pay for every date. But even a person who lost their job, they can actually. This is why I always tell people be smart about dating.
Okay.
And creating data and creating ideas of what kind of dates, because it's not always about actually going out to a restaurant or movies or whatever. We can take a date, go walking on the park, we can go climb Stone Mountain. Like, you find free things to continue to keep your relationship and still date. So there's things you can do even if you don't have the finances. We can sit and watch Netflix. You can buy popcorn or whatever, candy from the dollar store or whatever, and we can create a whole movie theater aspect at home. There's ways we can have a picnic in the house. We can have a picnic in the park. There are free things you can really do. You know what I'm saying? You have to be creative. You have to be creative.
Right.
That's how I feel. And I feel like the other person who's pressuring you or feeling away because now you don't have a job. First of all, you have to give somebody grace. You have to give a person grace.
But should he have no concern with his financial status?
Yeah, he should have concern, because at the end of the day, I can see it's a difference from if you lost your job, you just parlaying, and you just trying to be a bum, and you're not trying to better yourself. Then I can see why I'm frustrated. So no, it won't even really be too much frustration for me because I'd have paid it.
Okay, so if you were in this situation, you would say, you know what, you're not in a good space.
Absolutely, because
Okay,
I'm gonna let you get your life together. We can reconnect,
right?
But right now, you need to focus on you, and you need to focus on getting yourself back up, to par.
So you're not gonna sit there and stress and be mad.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, yes, again, like I said, when I'm dating somebody, I do want to know how they pay their bills, or I just watch their habits. Not so much now know how they pay their bills, but their habits of pay their bills. Do they pay their bills on time? We've all fall short. I'm in a financial situation now where I don't have everything. You know what I'm saying? So, and I know how it is, to being hard times. I'm going through a hard time financially, so I know what it is. Even though I am bringing in some kind of income, but I'm still having a hard time, and I'm still basically kind of struggling a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I know how it is. So me personally, I would actually fall back if I was that person who lost their job, because at the end of the day, I'm trying to better myself, and I'm trying to get myself back on track. But if you are there to support me and you want to be here and support me, not financially, you don't necessarily have to support me financially, but support me emotionally while I'm going through, I will appreciate that.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that's such a good point. Like, you shouldn't be paying for nothing else anyway. Why are you so pressed?
Yeah, why are you so upset, and why is it's upsetting you so much that this person's not
That's
working? I don't
funny.
understand that. But I can get it if you feel like, if you feel every time we gotta do something, I gotta pay for it. No, there are other things you guys can do. Let's say, hey, let's go for a walk. Let's do Stone Mountain. Let's do A, B, and C. Google is your favorite friend. You can find free things to do in the city. You can find the free days at the museum. There's things that you can do for free in the city. You know what I'm saying? Let's go explore Atlanta. Let's go explore another part that you've never been. But I guess if the person's like, well, you ain't got no money, you ain't got no car for to get there, and I gotta come pick you up, I don't want to.
Right. Interesting. That's a great point.
But at the end of the day, again, movies at the house. Sometimes if you really like a person and the person got all the other qualities that you do, sometimes you're gonna have to make that sacrifice for a moment and not go on monetary dates.
Right. Exactly. Now, let's say y'all been dating for a year and he loses his job.
And we living together? Oh, then you have all the right to be fussing
Then you be a little
cussing.
bit more upset.
Only if...
He's not putting forth the effort that he needs.
Absolutely. There's a difference if you lose your job, but you still put forth effort, but it is taking you time to get back on your feet. I'm there to support you. This is what being in a relationship is about. But if I'm sitting here and now you just a bum and you just living off me and you're not even trying to do anything with your life, hell no, partner, you got to go.
Now, would you, because you know how some people don't want to take certain jobs and stuff like that, would you be someone who say you need to take whatever job you get? Or would you be someone who says, wait until you find the correct job? That
I would rather you take the correct job than find something that you just getting because you have to. Now, on one hand, it depends on your financial situation. Yes, you can go ahead and take a job at Dollar Tree or whatever, Kroger or whatever, but that's still not a job that's going to help take care of you really. It brings some money in because they say no money is better. Some money is better than no money, but you still can't really take care of yourself on them jobs unless you stand with somebody and somebody's helping you out. You get what I'm saying?
Right, exactly. You need some assistance.
Yeah, at the end of the day, because there's people that we know, they'll go out and do that. They'll go out and get a little penny-ante job and be bullshitting you the whole time anyway.
Right.
But do you want them to stay on that penny-ante job because you're satisfied because they went out and got a job? Because you're gonna be complaining and fussing that you're not bringing in enough money.
Right. Or it could be a situation, I've seen this before, just being in the restaurant industry. A lot of people would have lost jobs and fallen back on like the job they used to do, like a restaurant job, like, a serving, bartender, like, whoever it may be, they go back to their old job. So you can do that too.
Yeah, but I mean, it's different of what the relationship is of your old job. Now, it's different, like you said, if you were a server per se, and you did that in the past, and you went and found another serving job. Yes, but that's still potential to bring in some kind of money. It might not bring in what you was used to.
Yeah, it depends on that. You used to make, I know, right?
Now you don't show $100,000, $75,000 job, then you're like, okay, this ain't enough for me. But I mean, you still do what you have to do.
Right.
In the case, and again, there's just compromise. There's just some things you have to do when you're in a relationship, especially a cohabitating relationship.
Better or worse, yeah.
Absolutely, especially if you married or something like that. But you can't be cutting up and acting a fool and y'all to be dating for 3 months.
Right. That's such a good point.
You have no ties with each other.
Yeah. You don't have he doesn't have the right.
You don't have the right. You don't have the right to be cussing and fussing and cussing somebody out about that. Yeah, you can voice your concern.
Right.
But at the end of the day, now you have a choice to say, you know what? I see how this person's going to be if he does lose his job, if we're together in the future.
Because technically y'all still dating.
Y'all dating.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't in a full relationship.
Right.
Honestly. So you can realize, like, you know what? If we were living together and you lost your job, I see now that you won't even have the drive or the hustle to help sure that the family and the house is taken care of.
So this ain't gonna work.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You can now make that choice. And again, this is the reason why I always say when you're dating, especially in the beginning stages, you should also be dating more than one person. Because not everybody has what you need But you can find out, you can pick and choose the better things that's going to fit you for as far as relationship, what you can and cannot deal with. Because if you can and cannot deal with somebody who lost their job on their own accord, it's different if my person I'm with, they got laid off. Versus you getting fired because you scamming or you doing something stupid. You know, people do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you lost your job for being stupid and now take you time. Yeah, you can see why I'm gonna be a little upset because this didn't have to happen. You know what I'm saying? But since it did happen, we have to go on to the next. Honestly, you have to move on to the next.
Yeah. Do you think? So, say a married couple. No, my question is how long is too long to be without a job?
A year.
A year, okay. A good year.
A year.
Okay.
Because you can at least got something part-time in between time. In the meantime, in between time.
Right.
You know, like you said, or taking that job at Dollar Tree, Kroger, or somewhere, you know, until you got back into the industry. And that's how I feel. Because that's what I'm currently going through. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing 2 part-time hustles to make it until I'm getting back to where I want to.
Right. You're doing something.
I'm doing something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just not like chilling on the couch with my feet up. You know what I'm saying? Doing nothing while my partner is quote unquote working hard for the money. Even though I don't have a partner, just saying. But you know, in that case,
Would be partner.
yeah. And I feel here's the thing that I've learned from dating as well as having a roommate. You know, finances go up and down. Sometimes you have it, sometimes you don't. And sometimes you might be without for a long time, or sometimes you might be in surplus for a long time. What I do know now is that you have to have communication, transparency, and it has to be a give and take. You know, if you're out living together, you're going to have to fit the bills for a minute. That's just what you're going to do. That goes in any relationship, gay or straight. You're going to have to fit the bills. That's why
you ain't gonna have a choice. Y'all shit gonna be cut off.
Right. But you see, that's the reason why I don't believe in like straight relationships. That's why I don't believe in women not working. Because anything can happen.
I think it depends on the situation.
Absolutely. Now, if you're multi-millionaire, yeah, sure. Because we had a whole episode on how would we keep a partner or whatever, or be kept.
Yeah.
You know, which is fine. But if you work at a job where you're making 20, 30,000, 40, even 50,000, you know, even 100,000, you know, but because that could all go away. If that person 100,000 job, they lose their job and they only bringing in whatever from unemployment or nothing at all, and you're not making anything, it doesn't work. That's why I feel like that's why again, you should dating advice, and this to go for myself as you and everybody else, find somebody financially as well who got that drive. Because you get money, that means I get money. We get money together. Because at the end of the day, if you lose your job or I lose my job, somebody got to be able to hold the household down until we get back.
And I would say most of someone who matches your drive.
Absolutely.
Yes, because you don't want to be with someone you're like, okay, I worked 70 hours this week. I did this, I did that.
And also,
you don't want me to do more shit. Like,
and also somebody who's going to encourage you. Or somebody that you're going to be inspired by. Because sometimes you might not have that drive, but you can be like, you could be inspired by somebody. Because a lot of times, because you can have that drive, but then you be putting your partner down for not having the same drive that you have.
Right,
and then that causes issues.
Would you date someone without a job?
In the beginning, knowing that they don't have a job? No.
Okay.
Because you need to be focusing on you. You don't need to be getting in a relationship.
Right. What if they didn't tell you till later? What if they sell drugs?
I mean, you bring in some money.
No.
Now, I'd like you to have some kind of hustle.
That's funny.
I mean,
okay.
But you can't live with me, but we can still talk.
Right.
I wouldn't get into a serious relationship with you.
You're right.
We'll talk until, but that goes to me, and people act like,
even if you met him and that guy doesn't have a job, but he checks everything else on the box, like,
we can still talk, but we're not going to be in a relationship.
You can't take it past.
No. Because at the end of the day, especially if I'm not willing to fit all the financial responsibilities when we go out and things. Now, if I'm willing to do that, yeah. But if not, no. Would you do that?
What I think? I don't know if I could date somebody without a job. Cause
say you and this guy he met, he had a job. He has a job at the moment. Y'all dating 2 months in, 2 months in, going to 3 months into the relationship, he loses his job. Would you continue dating?
Well, yeah, I would. Because just
For
like,
how long?
because just like you said, I shouldn't be paying for that much shit anyway. Like we just started dating.
Right, absolutely.
For how long?
Like and now he's been unemployed for 6 months after the 3 months of you guys been after he lost his job 3 months ago, and he's been total of 6 months unemployed. Would you still date him?
I gotta be really into you. I gotta feel like it has to outweigh the fact that
I would
you're
say,
unemployed.
Okay, two different scenarios. One, that he actually is being actively looking and, but things not really going his way. Would you still date him?
Yeah.
Okay, now if he wasn't he would act like he looking but not really looking, then
no.
Yeah.
And even with you, I don't know. That's hard because once
keep
feelings get involved, it's hard.
Would you keep him on a friends with benefits level? Would now we just freaking and not really going the total way because I like you and I like the sex and I still kind of want to be around you? Or would you consider to pursue him in this is the man I might want to marry one day?
Well, am I gonna really want to marry you if you don't work? Because I personally feel like when it's a laziness up in there somewhere when you not putting forth the effort to find a job.
Right.
And that is unattractive to me.
Because the people say that's very prevalent here in Atlanta when it comes down to it's really with very attractive men that people find very attractive. They found out that they're bums and they like to live off people. That's one of the rumors that they say here about Atlanta and dating men in Atlanta.
So it would have to, and then I don't know. I would have to use my head, my right head,
and not getting head. Okay?
Right, okay, and be smart about the situation,
and not getting dumb from getting head. Okay,
exactly. Because
Now, if we're into the dating situation, and you lost your job and you're trying to pursue, we probably will be still date. If it was far along, like it was like 6 months to like almost a year in, but if it was very in the beginning, like 2 to 3 months, no, we can still talk and we probably still be friends.
Right.
Like I'll still communicate with you, but us trying to pursue something serious, no. Because again, if the shoe was on the other foot and that was me, I would actually fall back. And again, it's up to that person to want to still be there to support you in whatever way, may it be emotionally or financially, which is fine. But you can't be sitting up there complaining and bitching and nagging that person if you're going to do that.
Right. Because you don't have the right to do that.
You don't have the right, and then that's what you also chose. You chose to still continue to stay with that person, knowing that that person doesn't have a job, and knowing that he's may and may not be in pursuit of another one. Now, if you choose to stay in that, that's on you. Don't bitch, moan, and complain about that person not working. And at the end of the day, 2 to 3 months in, that's still early as fuck. Like, why are you even that pressed? I wouldn't be that pressed. But here's the thing when it comes down to us, and I say this all the time, and I see this all the time, and I actually don't want this to actually be me. I see that we get with someone because we've been single for a very long time. We get wrapped up and we get emotional and we get caught up very quickly with these men. And so now you're feeling away because you didn't got tied up and emotionally tied up with this person, either from how this person treats you or how the sex is or whatever, or the combination of the two, or you actually see yourself with this person, but now you kind of find out this person is a bum.
Right.
And now,
too fast.
Right, you move too fast.
Right.
A lot of stuff with gay men that we see so often is that we go from getting the phone number, going on 2 dates, now we're in a relationship in our mind.
It's hard because it's almost like your mind has its own thing happening and it starts to create a reality on its own.
Very false reality.
Yeah, false reality. Your mind. It's like you plant a seed in your head and it just grows.
And I get it because, again, like I said, with us as gay men, we finally get somebody to pay us some attention. And we feel that, because the dating scene is kind of horrible out here for us, and we finally get somebody who's kind of on the same thing as far as like wanting to be with someone. But the down factor of dating that person is that person doesn't have a job, and now this person's not may and may not be really be looking the way that they say they are. So again, you have that decision to snap back into reality and say, you know what? I really like you. I really would like to pursue something with you. But at this moment, I'm going to fall back because you need to focus on you.
Right.
That's how I personally feel.
Right.
And that goes for me. Like the reason why I'm not dating right now is of that factor as well. Because I'm not in a place financially to date someone.
Would you say a person who doesn't have a job does not have the right to be dating?
Oh, I'm not saying they don't have the right, but I feel like that's something that you should be focusing on versus trying to give somebody. Now, if you got your friends with benefits and y'all meeting that kind of need, if that's fine. But
because some people may say that they're also, of course, they may say that love is a priority too, and as well as planning my career, I'm also planning my love life. I'm planning my life in general. So I should not be looking for someone to be with.
There's nothing wrong with that. And like I said, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that per se. But that's if you're actively looking, you're applying for jobs, you're going on interviews, and you're going to get something.
And sometimes not even looking. A lot of times you'll bump into somebody not looking. It's not always about looking. Sometimes
now if
you ain't looking, find somebody. Yeah.
You ain't looking now. I'm sorry.
Right. What you mean?
If you're not looking for a job?
No, I'm saying like, as far as dating, sometimes you just bump into.
Oh yeah. Don't get me wrong, but again, that's on that person to choose if they want to be with you. Especially if
choices still have to be made.
I'll use myself. I'm not in a place financially where I feel I should be dating. Mm-hmm. But if I happen to bump into somebody and they want to pursue me and they want to get to know me, but they don't care that I'm not in a place financially, and maybe they might be in a better place financially than I am. Be like, you know what? I like you for you. I don't really care about that. I'm getting to know you. So when it comes down to like money stuff, don't worry about it. That's not a big issue to me. So, and they pay for all the dates or whatever like that. Yes, I still will feel bad because I'm a man and I have my pride and I'm used to taking care of myself and financially in a way that suits me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I cannot do that. But at the end of the day, that will actually make me love that person more because you got with me in a place where I was broken and I was down. Mm-hmm. And you loved me enough and you cared about me enough to not make that a big factor. Now you have to do that. But if I got with somebody and the whole time they want to do is degrade me and tell me because nag me because they feel like I'm not getting a job fast enough, or tell me I don't have a choice because I don't have any money, that I shouldn't be, just nagging me and degrading me and it fussing about me not having a job. There's no need for you to be with me.
Right, you would shut that down.
Absolutely. Yeah. Because what is your purpose in my life? Right. You're not encouraging me. You're just nagging me and tearing me down. Right. You're not making me feel better by saying, well, you ain't bringing in nothing in, so you don't have the right to feel. You don't have the right to be picking on what job you can get. Right. That's not encouraged. That's not how you should do somebody who you want to be your partner.
Right.
You don't kick people while they're down.
True.
Because that's all you're doing. You're kicking them while they're down. Yeah, you can be frustrated all you want to. You tell that frustration to your homeboys. You don't tell that frustration to your person that you're trying to get with. Right. You don't break somebody's spirit when they're already broken. Yeah, you can. Even if you want to say those words, you can say them in love. You can say, "Well, reality, babe, you might just need to change. You might need to apply for a job that you really don't want, like a Kroger or a $50 Dollar Tree or whatever, until you get something. Walmart until you get something." Versus, you need to do something. You ain't bringing no money, no way. Like, that's not how you do things. That's not effective communication. That's not effective supportiveness.
Right. You're not off.
Yeah. And for some people, they come off in that way. They're not come off in a supportive way. Because at the end of the day, you chose. Just because you making a little bit more money than that person, yeah, that's fine. But you have to be, if you're going to be with somebody in a situation, and it's just real tea, that you have to be supportive when your mate fall, or the person that you're dating fall, or they're not in the place. Because sometimes it's not also financially. What would you do if that person falls into depression?
Yeah.
What if you do with that person might feel
sick?
Who might get sick? You gonna tell them, get out the bed, you ain't that sick? Come on now. Like, this is a part of being in a relationship or getting with someone. You gotta be a supportive on every kind of way.
Or get fat. Right.
Or get fat on you.
Yeah. Like, wait a minute.
Are you gonna be like, you just fat, Or versus you're gonna be supportive and say, come on, babe, let's go work out. Or you can not just say, come on, let's go work out. You can kind of low key trick them to get back fit because y'all can go. You can be cooking all healthy food because they're gonna eat what you cook.
Right.
And y'all could just be going for walks and stuff like that. Like, come on, baby, come go to Stone Mountain with me, or let's go play tennis at this little free park and stuff like that, or let's play basketball or something. You know, let's just go walk around the block. Come walk with me.
Right.
There's ways you can do something to get somebody versus dogging them out.
Right.
You can't dog somebody out and be jumping on them and then want them to respond to you effectively. Because if you hollering at me and yelling at me, first of all, that turns me off, and I'm gonna shut that shit down. Cause you come at me haughty, I'm giving you haughtiness back. And first of all, you dead about to get punched in the face if it goes too far.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't need that. That's not the kind of support I need. I don't need you in my life the whole time you're gonna be dogging me out, telling me what I should be doing. Because I'm the type of person, for people who tell me what I should do, the wall goes straight up. Electric fence, barbed wire, everything on it. Because I'm going to tune you cleared out now. Because at the end of the day, I feel like you're just attacking me and you're not supporting me. You could be supportive of someone without yelling and acting a fool on them. Who wants to be with somebody like that? You dogging somebody out because y'all can't go to the movies or that person can't. Like, come on. Like, let's have some grace. Because the shoe's on the other foot. You want nobody doing you like that. People deal with a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? Somebody may lose a family member, or might lose their parent or something like that, or might not have a relationship with their parents, and that's affecting them. Are you gonna be mad at them? Sometimes you need to go make it right with your family, or like, okay, your mama, your daddy dead. You need to move on. Like, that's not how you do things.
That's super cruel.
Some people are rude like that. We know folks that will be like that.
Whew, that was a lot. But with that being said, I think we got a point across.
Yeah, absolutely.
Make sure you guys follow us and tell us what you think about dating a guy without a job or dating a guy and you not having a job. Should you have a job and still be dating, or married and your spouse of a significant time loses his job? You know, tell us what you think.
Yeah, tell us what would you do in that scenario? If you had a job and you lost your job, would you continue?
Or has it happened to y'all?
Or has it happened to you?
Give us some insight on your experience. But make sure y'all follow us at Will and DeShaun Show. Subscribe, share to all your friends, and we'll see y'all later.
Hey, y'all.
Bye.